and in an interview with a former Marine turned barber.
Thank you, bro, for fucking coming through.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you kind of just like popped up on my algorithm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I follow a lot of Marine Corps content, and I make a lot of content. And I also follow a lot of comedy because I just fucking always shooting the shit. And then I guess like from the combination of both, like you were born into my fucking Instagram.
Hell yeah, man.
And
must be those hashtags.
Yeah, and all the content, you know, you talking about being in the Marines, and you're always roasting somebody in the freaking audience.
Yeah, man. I got some really cool stuff that I haven't even edited yet that I'm excited to like.
So shit, so you live out in LA.
Yeah.
Right?
I have a condo out there now.
And so were you stationed out here in Camp Pendleton?
I was for a little bit. I was in so I failed the recon in doc. And for some reason they thought it'd be a good idea for my class to take those guys that failed the recon in doc and put them in MARSOC as like the security element.
Okay.
Right when MARSOC first stood up. So, and then second MSOB shot up like a whole bus of innocent people in Afghanistan. So they started implementing the assessment and selection. So I went through the assessment and selection, but I didn't get it selected.
Yeah.
But I made it all the way to the end, and over half the people dropped on request. But I didn't get selected, unfortunately. And then I got orders to 29 Palms to 3-4 out there.
Okay.
Which is like an infantry unit.
So you joined what, like 2006 or 2006?
2006, 2010.
Okay. And you straight out of high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I shipped early. I was like, I kept going. I was like, did anybody drop? Did anybody drop? I was ready.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong, you're from Oklahoma?
That's where I grew up. I was born in Bakersfield, though, but I grew up since second grade to Oklahoma.
Okay.
In Oklahoma.
Like Oklahoma City or?
Tulsa, outside of Tulsa. Like a little town called Kellyville. There's like, I think less than 1,200 people population in the whole town.
There ain't shit out there. I drove across the country twice.
Nah.
So they ain't shit in Oklahoma.
Nah, dude.
There's Oklahoma City, then there's nothing, dude.
Yeah, it's just country.
So that you grew up just fucking
with horses, like in a double wide trailer on like a few acres out on a dirt road in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, were you just like bored like every day over there or what?
No, man, I was like I'd go out in the woods and explore. Like I have a lizard tattoo here because I used to want to be a herpetologist, which is like the study of reptiles and amphibians.
Okay.
I'd catch like poisonous snakes and
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because you grew up there since second grade, so that's kind of like all you know and shit.
Yeah, man.
So very outdoors.
Just go exploring.
Oh, that sounds kind of like the dream as a kid, though.
Yeah, I struggled as a kid, man. I was getting, because I have ADHD, and like I don't think it was like fully understood then, and like I was getting in trouble at school, and then like I got in trouble at home, and then like the woods was like my escape, and you know, I could just go out there and do whatever I wanted.
Right on. And then, so did you play any sports or anything growing up? Or?
Yeah, I played baseball growing up. Then I played football for a little while until I got to high school and got hit because I was a little bitty guy, you know.
Yeah.
Then I wrestled for a little bit. I played basketball until the coach told me I need to either get better or get taller.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was like, nah,
you're getting cut, dog.
Yeah, which is not good. It's Kellyville, Oklahoma. There's like one black kid in my whole school, and I'm getting cut from the team, dude.
But he automatically makes the team. You're starting.
Yeah, for sure. But I wrestled, and then so I wrestled. And that was my favorite sport I did, probably.
Wrestling?
Yeah, it's the toughest sport I've ever done.
Did you have any like accolades in high school?
Not really, man. I was a bad kid. I was lucky to even graduate.
Yeah? Like how bad? Like you got arrested a couple times?
Like I had over 23 tickets before I turned 18, 2 public intoxes. I got arrested at school for selling drugs. Like, yeah.
What kind of drugs?
Pills and weed.
Okay.
Like allure tabs.
Yeah.
I stole from my buddy's mom. Like she had a big old thing of them, and I'd like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not stuff I usually talk about, but yeah. Yeah, I was a bad kid, dude. I was lucky I joined the Marines.
Do you make like bits about your childhood?
Yeah. I got bits about my childhood. So my bits you don't see as much because like I only post them like a couple times a year.
Yeah.
And then just because like people will come to shows, the videos will pop off and they'll come see me in San Diego or whatever. And if I'm like just over posting my bits, I feel like they'll lose their magic. Because like, you know, the first, second, even third time you hear a joke, you're gonna laugh, but like it starts to lose its because it's all misdirection and surprise. So if you remember the surprise, you're not gonna feel the joke. You know?
Okay, and then you got to keep coming up with new jokes all the time.
Yeah, and I do a lot of crowd work. But yeah, right. So I have a rule of like I try a new joke every show.
Yeah. It's like a whole thing. Like the more I watch, the more I just like listen to podcasts and shit. It's like a whole science behind writing jokes and setting shit up. And dudes are funny as shit because they've been writing for so long, and you know they put in so much work. Yeah, man. From what I've seen, at least.
Dude. Yeah, there's no gifted hair people that just first year out of hair school are the best hair people. Yeah. Same with comedy. Like you look at the best, like Dave Chappelle started when he was 15. Like it's the time on stage, but not only just getting up on stage, but like coming at it with self-awareness and like, okay, why didn't that work? Why did that work? Like, okay, now what if I try this? What if I switch that around and like keep improving, you know, versus just like, if you just keep doing the same thing, like you're not going to grow, you know? You have to go at it with like self-awareness and with the desire to improve, in my opinion.
Yeah. Did you bomb a lot? Like starting off?
Oh yeah.
How does that feel?
Feels like, you know, when you crack a joke and no one laughs? It's like that, but times like 100, because it's just a whole room of motherfuckers that you don't even know. So imagine how it feels when you're with your like friends and your family. You're like, ooh, they didn't like that one. Yeah, But it's like 100 strangers, and they're like, oh, that shit wasn't funny.
I'll crack jokes like all the time in here. Like I'll write some shit down. Yeah, and then I'll try it out, and then sometimes I'll get a couple. You know, my clients laugh or the dude laugh. That's. And then I'll say some shit, and then no laughs. In my head, I'm like, I feel so stupid right now.
Bro, that's the beginnings, man. If you can make your friends laugh, you can make strangers laugh. Yeah. That's honestly, that's how I test jokes. Like I'll throw it out there with my girlfriend or like, and just see, and then I test it on stage and I sandwich it between stuff that I know works. So even if it eats shit, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. And I go, oh, that's a new one. I'll rework that or whatever. You know? As long as they know you're aware of what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. And comedy's so subjective, man. Like, I feel like I'm doing well for the time I'm putting it, how long I've been doing it, and how much, like, for being at 7 years, 2 years being the pandemic, I feel like I'm in a really good place with my career and stuff. But I'll still have every week there'll be somebody on Facebook be like, "You're not funny, you should retire." Yeah, and it's just like, all right, dude.
Yeah, I saw when you were interviewing Tony Rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that you asked about if he reads his comments and shit. He says no. So you stay away from reading comments?
No, I read them all. Yeah? I read every comment. Yeah. I don't really interact with the negative ones. And like I used to get upset and like hide them and delete them, and now I just don't care. Because like a lot of times somebody will talk shit, and then like one of my real fans will come in and be like, look at your dumb profile picture or whatever, you know? I don't know, man. I think I'm trying to look at it in a positive way. Like, the only way to not get that is to just not do anything on a big level. Because, like, there's always, no matter how...
It comes with the territory.
Yeah, man. There's people that don't think Dave Chappelle's funny. A lot of people. Oh, nah. There's people that don't think Bill Burr is funny. Or Ali Wong. Like, whatever. Which is crazy. You know what I mean?
I think it's different when you see it on your phone. And then when you experience it in person.
Oh, yeah.
It's
not, I don't think it's meant to be consumed how we're consuming it. Like, man, I put going to a good stand-up show up there with sex. Like, it's one of the best experiences of life. Like, when you go to the Comedy Store and you watch 10 nationally touring headliners do 10 minutes each, and your fucking back of your head hurts from laughing so hard, and your floor, like, there's nothing quite like that, man. Yeah. It's just like one of the best experiences of life, in my opinion. And you'll never get that. Even if you watch the best person on Netflix, you're not gonna, it's nothing like being there. Yeah. Like have you been to a big...
Never. I never been to a comedy show, bro.
Oh, dude, you gotta go. Yeah. You gotta go, yeah. I come to San Diego like 3 or 4 times a month.
What's the next time you're going? And what days do you go?
It just depends.
Yeah.
I have multiple. Like I was just looking. I have a couple of people that just hit me up for shows that I got to hit text after I leave here. But I think April 26th or 24th. Let me see. He just asked me if April 20, January, February, March, April 26th, I'm free. Let me see. It'll probably be that one. I gotta respond and see, but that's a Friday. But yeah, dude, I have shows down here. Like I just headlined Madhouse. I did 9 shows in 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick. That was the most I'd ever done.
How long are each sets?
Those were 20-minute sets.
Okay.
So that's why I come to San Diego a lot, because I get paid more, which it's not that much anyway, but like I do it for the stage time because I'm doing like 20-minute sets when I come down to San Diego usually.
Okay.
Which like in LA you're getting 10.
Okay, so you're trying to do longer sets?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I mean, stage time is everything, you know?
Okay.
It's like you can watch and read about cutting hair as much as you want, but unless you're like applying what you're trying to learn, like it's not gonna connect.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. So you joined the Marine Corps, and you said 06?
06.
Right out of high school.
Yep.
So what inspired you to join the Marine Corps? You just wanted to stay out of trouble?
Well, I knew I needed the discipline. I knew my parents couldn't afford to pay for my way to college. I knew I didn't have the discipline to go to college. And I also knew that I wanted to get back to California as fast as fucking possible because I love California. I was born here. I told my parents as soon as I turn 18, I'm moving back. And after I weighed my options, that was the only way I could move back to California.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So and then like also like where I grew up, it's like an honorable thing. We believe we're fighting for freedom and all these things.
Yeah.
And
yeah, especially back then.
Yeah.
06,
Now that I'm educated and like, I don't know.
Yeah.
World War II was maybe the last one worth fighting.
Yeah.
For at least as long as we've been fighting them. Like, why are we there so long? It's a business.
World War II, maybe Korea.
Yeah. I mean, but we're not. Oh, but that was before World War II, right?
That was after. That was
the
like
Frozen Chosen.
Yeah, that was like 1952, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Yeah, and that conflict started because of World War II. It was like,
oh really?
Yeah.
So you know more about it than I do.
Yeah, I read that whole last stand on Fox Hill. Remember that? It was on the Commandant's reading list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember I read the shit out of that book. That's the last book. No, third to last book I read.
Oh, you don't read a lot? I read a lot, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, I read like a book a month.
Yeah, oh, fuck yeah. I'm trying to read more. I read Think and Grow Rich.
Love that book.
Napoleon Hill. Of Power.
48,
and then
Robert Greene.
This book about Stoicism.
Oh, that's probably Holiday. Alex Holiday?
No, some chick. I don't know. Forgot her fucking name.
On Stoicism?
Yeah.
Wow. If it
was a chick, I would have never bought it.
I have the other two.
Yeah.
And have read, I'm like halfway through 48 Laws of Power.
Okay.
I like Mastery more. He wrote a book called Mastery.
Okay.
The 48 Laws of Power is like, I don't know, feels like something's not right about it. You know what I mean? I think it's good to know in case somebody's trying to exude their power. Yeah. But like if I were to apply any of those things, I wouldn't feel good about it on the inside. You know what I mean? I mean, some of it do. Court attention at all costs and like learn to despise the free lunch. Like I like some of the stuff within it.
Yeah.
But some of it's like, I'm not doing that.
That's
fucked up. But he has a book called Mastery.
Yeah.
And it's all about how there's so few masters of their craft in this day and age and why, and how to become a master of your craft. And he references many masters of their craft and what it took to get there and how, you know, you see these guys emerge and it's like they've been pounding the pavement for, 10 to 15 years before.
For sure. Because, I mean, you're 7 years each.
7 years 2 years being a pandemic,
And then you're just now starting to...
get any sort of traction.
Yeah.
Same here. Mostly with veterans.
Yeah.
Like the people that recognize me and ask for photos, like 9 times out of 10 are veterans.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Do a lot of veterans show up to your shows?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're coming out, dude. They're like, sometimes they'll be there and they didn't even know. They're like, because I headlined Madhouse, they're like, dude, I was at the show. I know, I follow you on TikTok. I had no idea you're going to be here. Like, I know him. Another dude was like with his mom and she's like, I know this guy. He does the military stuff.
Oh, sick.
And I ended up doing crowd work with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stoked, man. I got like, I have a lot of footage that I just need to sit down and edit. And then now that I have a second camera, it adds like an extra hour for every video.
Do you record that, or like
I record everything myself.
So they let you record your own sets and stuff?
Yeah. So
okay,
if you're like,
that's smart.
if they know you know how to do comedy, most places won't care if you record your set.
Okay.
If you're super new and you're trying to record your set at like Laugh Factory, they're gonna be like, fuck no.
Okay.
Because like they don't want you bombing with their big logo in the background. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you gotta be, you kind of gotta earn your stripes.
You have to earn your stripes, yeah.
For sure. Man. You got to put in the work.
You got to put in the work.
Yeah.
I'm still like earning my stripes, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like in the LA totem pole, I'm very low in the comedy. I'm like, there's open micer, and I'm like right above it. That barely. So yeah, dude, it's a grind.
But in the veteran totem pole,
oh, dude,
you're up there.
Oh yeah, oh for sure.
Which is sick.
It's cool, yeah, because the coach. Another dude at the Madhouse was like, dude, I love what you're doing, how you're portraying Marines, like being successful, like keep it up.
For sure. Cool. Yeah. It's fucking badass. Like for me, like for the barber totem pole, I'm low as shit. But for the barracks barber, I'm the only fucking guy.
yeah, that's true. With the pod. Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, man. It's hard, but it's not hard. You know, it's just like consistency and keep doing stuff, and it's like stuff will happen if you put the energy into it. For sure. But most people just don't put the energy.
Yeah. I love coming across people who like, let's say just like Marines.
Yeah.
Who are passionate about being veterans of Marines or whatever. Yeah. And then they have their own thing that they're passionate about. Like you with comedy, me with barbering, my boy Ramos Capital, him with real estate, or somebody with bodybuilding, and they kind of like marry both worlds or whatever, and they just create something sick.
To be honest, I wasn't the best Marine, but like it gave me the tools to where I will be one of the best like regular people before I'm done with everything. For sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because same here. I mean, I tried my best. I wasn't the best fucking mechanic. But the little fucking traits that you learn, you know, leadership, taking initiative, all this showing up on time.
Yeah,
I shit on all the fucking barbers because all they do is fucking smoke weed and fucking.
Oh, really?
You know?
Yeah.
So I just shit on everybody. You know?
Yeah. There's some people that can do it with the weed, but I can't. I'm not one of them, man.
Yeah.
I'll smoke like a few times a year. Actually, this is my buddy I do jiu-jitsu with. This is his weed delivery thing that he does.
Nice.
And I'll smoke like.
Is he a veteran too? That looks like a.
Yeah, he's army medic.
Guy. All right, sick.
Badass at jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got his brown belt.
How long have you been training?
Like coming up on 3 years.
Oh, so you're like a blue belt?
I'm a blue belt. Okay. Yeah, like one stripe, about to get my second stripe.
Yeah, I'm about to sign up.
Do it, dude.
You
can't. You gotta take that out while you. Oh, dude, do somewhere else.
Because my son goes to 10th Planet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I only recommend that because 10th Planet's one of the best gyms in the world.
Yeah.
But they're the best at one thing, and it's no gi.
Okay.
And I think it's good to learn both.
Okay.
And because really, a real life scenario is going to be a combination of the two. Like nobody's just wearing skin tight shit out in the real world, and nobody's wearing a huge robe kimono, you know.
Okay.
But like there's chokes, throws, and control that you learn with the gi on.
Okay.
That is applicable to like even a shirt or pants or anything like the grips,
like a plaid shirt, and somebody just wears it open. You just
anything jacket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you do Muay Thai too or no?
No, I did Jeet Kune Do for a few years.
Okay.
That's the one that Bruce Lee created and developed. So it's like
is it good?
I think it's good. I think it's a little outdated. Like you won't see any UFC dudes with like a Jeet Kune Do background. But I think the concepts and what he did is what kind of helped pave the way for mixed martial arts. Yeah. Because before that, everyone was stuck in their little traditional stuff. And he kind of took what worked from Kung Fu and took what worked from boxing and took what worked from all these other places and created his own thing.
Okay. What would you rather do? Muay Thai or fucking Jiu-Jitsu?
Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What if somebody just fucking...
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, not Japanese Jiu-Jitsu.
You know?
Yeah, that's a risk, but like from your foot to travel all the way up to my head, I'd have to be really slow reacting, or you'd have to have a really good head kick to the point where like maybe I didn't have a chance anyway.
You ever been to like a Muay Thai competition, like a event?
No,
These fucking kicks are like lightning fast though. They're like,
they look so.
I'll for sure get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, Muay Thai is one of the best stand-up martial arts there is. It is. But like, does everybody in the UFC know Muay Thai?
I don't. Do they?
I don't think so. I think some have like boxing, kickboxing background.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But like, what does everybody in the UFC have to know?
Oh, grappling.
They have to know jiu-jitsu.
Wrestling.
Even the wrestlers have to know jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
The stuff they're doing, like a wrestler is trained to not go on his back at all, which is problematic in MMA.
Yeah.
You can't just like give someone your back to avoid getting back points because there are no back points in MMA. So the wrestler has to, and he'll have an advantage in jiu-jitsu because the pressure and passing and the concepts do transfer over, but he has to know jiu-jitsu. And I think jiu-jitsu is easier on your body. It's less striking. And like, that Muay Thai dude is fucked if he doesn't knock me out quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I hit him to the ground, he is done.
Yeah.
And most fights end up on the ground.
Yeah.
Is my opinion on it.
You ever like get put in a position in jiu-jitsu where like the dude's like nutsack is on your forehead or his ass is in your face?
I mean, like figuratively, yeah, but like their nutsack isn't really on my face.
But it's like right here though.
Like, dude, one of my friends is like 6'6", huge gay dude, and like he'll just fuck almost everybody. I mean, unless they're like a black belt or like really good brown or purple, like he's huge. You know what I mean?
He's gonna do whatever he wants.
So like, yeah.
Okay, but have you ever been put in a position like that where?
I mean, it wasn't like just resting on my face or anything, but like there's a position called north-south where like their crotch is like right there.
69?
Yeah. But you're not thinking about that. You're thinking like, how the fuck do I get out of this? Because like, there's never not.
I feel like I would think about that.
Would you?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta unpack that with a therapist, dog.
I didn't get out of this because this guy is just fucking gay.
I'm not gay! I take a Viagra before jiu-jitsu just to prove I'm not gay. No, dude, I love it. It's like a meditation for me at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, do you ever like compete at like, what's it called, like ADCC or for Grappling X? No,
I've competed in like IBJJF, which is like one of the biggest ones. But like ADCC is like, those are dudes that are taking it like a career, and this is just a hobby for me.
My son's coach is one.
Oh yeah,
yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever the fuck it was. My
instructor is one of the best. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's the only guy to get what's called a Super Grand Slam, which is gold in the 4 biggest IBJJF competitions and ADCC all in the same year. No one else has ever
done. What's his name?
Cobrina.
Okay. I'll look him up. My son's coach is Gio Martinez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he, what gym is it? Oh, 10th Planet?
10th Planet Oceanside. 10th Planet
is great, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure, no-gi competitions. They have tons of accolades.
Yeah, a shit ton.
Honestly, anywhere you can go, man, you're going to, especially a gym like that, you're going to meet good quality people. The concepts in jiu-jitsu apply to life, in my opinion.
For sure.
The same things, like in the beginning of comedy, I used to get fucked up and tapped out by the audience.
You get humbled real quick.
Humbled a lot, But then as you get better and you get your belts, like, you're the one doing the humbling, you know?
How long did it take for you to fucking, like, get a laugh? Or, like, start getting laughs? Is it like the whole year, you just bombed for a whole year straight? Or
no, man, I got laughs my first show. I have a voice note of my first big show at the Comedy Store, and I killed. Yeah? Yeah, but then I went back like a week later, did the same jokes, and bombed. But like that kill gave me like the fuel to get through the next 2 years of just. It's like a roller coaster, man.
Okay.
There's so many like little elements that you learn, like being present on stage. You cannot be in your head thinking about your jokes. You have to be fully present.
Yeah, you got to be like relaxed, huh?
You have to be what they call in the pocket, which is, in my experience, which I'm not an expert by any means, but like I meditate twice a day. It all ties in. It has to do with like always bringing your awareness back to the present moment. Excuse me. If I'm thinking about what's funny to say next, that's not going to be good. But if I'm in the moment, really listening to what you're saying, I am who I am, and like what God or the universe, whatever you believe in, is gonna like that information just pops into your head. Anytime you've usually made people laugh, if it was just off the cuff, it was when you were just listening and it just kind of popped in your head. Wherever those thoughts come from, whatever you believe in, so it comes from. I can get more of those from being present. Yeah, I've found
for sure.
Yeah,
because I feel like the more I think about it, the less funnier it sounds.
Oh yeah.
And like when I'm just like relaxed and shoot the shit, I just let it come out. Exactly. Then I feel a lot better.
Yeah. You know? Probably the people closest to you think you're the funniest. Yeah. That's the truest version of who you are. Yeah. Whereas these other times you have these masks on and like pretend that we all have our social masks and we wear, sure. You know, okay, I'm going to see the in-laws. I got to be this way. I'm going to see these people. I got to, you know, so I think a lot of it has to do with just fully being yourself. Yeah. And like some of the stuff I say that I think's funny, other people might be offended by it. But this is what I find that just comes to me from my upbringing, from my personality, just, you know, the combination of what makes me who I am. Yeah. And I can't try to be anything else, or I'm not going to make it in my field without being, in my opinion, without like, I don't know, true essence of myself.
Yeah. And then you throw in your Marine Corps background and your fucking humor is just dark as shit.
Yeah. There's some shit I don't even post online. Yeah, I got one joke how like the VA would only give me one Viagra a week. I'm like, one Viagra a week? I'm in my 30s. It's like, no wonder all the veterans are killing themselves. You know, like, what a week, dude. Like, what do you mean? Dude, my parents probably have sex more than once a week. Like, I gotta go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, shoot me one of those.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro, you'll be hard for a week, dog.
Oh, yeah. All right, so, who are like some people that like you've opened up before that like are like bigger name comedians?
So I haven't like gone on the road to open with somebody like touring, but like I've done shows with Theo Vaughn.
No way! How's that guy like?
He's just like he's just super cool and nice. Okay. Yeah, Bill Burr, Sarah Silverman.
Are all these people the same? Like when you see them on TV or like stand up, are they kind of like the same off stage?
No, some are, some aren't. Like Anthony Jeselnik is so nice in person and like almost like
Jeselnik,
kind and almost yeah. He's like really dark. He's the blonde dude that says the most fucked up jokes. I need to check him out. Yeah. He's always wearing like a leather jacket. He's super kind and nothing. But his jokes are also like purely like writing from this dark character. They're not like true stories, you know?
Okay.
Which is he's breaking the rules in a way, and also like he's an outlier with that, you know what I mean? Most of the people like Bill Burr talking about having anger issues, like that stuff he probably actually went through, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say like having rules, so like comedians try to stick to what's about them? So
like any art, screenwriting, being a barber, there's rules. There's probably rules on how you would cut hair with a certain type of hairline. And like, can you break those rules? Yeah, but there's the argument that you should know the rules before you break them. Like punching down. Like if you make a joke and the target is a woman or a minority, like you have to know that you're punching down and know the consequences of punching down. And also like, how is that joke going to be received at the target audience, I think is important. Like if you have a joke that's regarding like a race that's not yours and then they don't respond well to it, then you probably shouldn't be telling that joke. But if they're all laughing and they think it's funny and Karen that's some white woman's getting offended for them, then it's like, whatever.
Okay.
But also like, I don't know, that's such a gray area. But that's one of the rules: punching down, or comedy rule of threes, or misdirection and surprise, or set up, punchline, tag. Like, these are rules of comedy.
What is that?
So a setup would be like, it's 2024 and there's still a lot of racism. I had racist roommates. That's when I was like, dude, I got to move out of my parents. The I got to move out of my parents is the punchline. The setup the setup is all the information that's not going to evoke laughter. The punchline is the part that evokes the laughter.
Okay.
Not right now.
Yeah.
But thankfully, that's a joke that I know kills. Like, I can tell that. But you're just like probably cerebral about it.
Yeah.
And then a tag would be like a word or a few words or something really short that also gets more laughter, but probably not as much as the punchline.
All right.
Then there's the callback. The callback's when you reference a previous joke that you've already moved on from.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely see comedians do that.
Yeah, so it's like that. You you have to learn all that stuff. There's a saying: know the rules before you break them.
Who is it? Who's your favorite comedian?
I have a few, but like, I love Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Louis C.K., Ali Wong. Those are probably like my top. But I mean, I love comedy, and like, I like Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
I like Joe Rogan's stuff, even though a lot of people hate on it.
Yeah.
I think he's funny.
Who do you think is the best comedian right now?
I think it's so subjective, man. My favorite, like, the hardest I've ever laughed in person was probably when I saw Bobby Lee.
Yeah? He's
so good in person. Fahim Anwar. He's this Afghanistan comedian. He used to be like an engineer, like a aerospace engineer.
Wow.
And then was like, I don't want to do this, and became a comedian.
Wow.
And he's hilarious. Steph Tolev is a monster, and these are mostly probably people you haven't heard of.
Maybe if I see a video or something on face.
Yeah, because they're not like at the 20-year household name yet. Actually, Steph's probably over 20 years, but they're getting close. Steph already is, and she just did one of those Bill Burr specials where they do shorter specials.
Okay. Right on. What do you think about that one dude, Hans Kim?
I don't know much about him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He ever comes out to LA?
I'm sure he does, but like, I just when you said his name, I just thought of Kill Tony, because I know he's associated with that in some way. And isn't he one of the regulars on there?
Yeah, he's like a regular on there.
Yeah.
Awkward Asian dude.
Okay.
Freaking
I feel like that might have been a response to him getting in trouble, calling the Asian dude, and you don't remember when they tried to cancel him?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. He called like an Asian guy a racial slur.
But he's Asian.
Tony Hinchcliffe?
Oh, you're talking about Tony?
Tony did.
Oh.
And then Hans came on after.
Okay.
At a show Tony was doing.
Okay.
Not on Kill Tony.
Oh,
somebody like recorded it and released it.
So was it like backstage or some shit? He says
no, it was on stage.
Was it a joke?
I mean,
it was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah. It's like it was the equivalent of the N-word, but for an Asian person.
Okay, that word.
Yeah.
Okay. He said that.
There's nothing as bad as the N-word still, in my opinion. But like, if you had to compare it, that's what I would compare it.
Okay. I've been called the N-word before.
Yeah?
When I was like 11. I was so confused. I'm like, I'm not even black, bro.
I can see it.
Yeah, a little bit.
You look like, after you said it, I immediately thought of the dude that plays basketball that has
James Harden?
Yeah. I was like, oh, I see a little bit with the beard.
Yeah. I got I went viral for this video on TikTok during the pandemic.
Yeah.
It was just like me looking like James Harden. It had over 30 million views.
What?
Yeah, I blew
so many.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then
good for you,
the
man.
comments on there were just it's James Softon, James Harley.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
dude, TikTok's
I get that
awesome.
shit all the time. Oh, you look like James Harden. Yeah, I'll say it before they even say it. James Harden, I know.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
That's funny. Yeah, I see it now that we're talking about it. Yeah, TikTok's wild, dude. 30 million. That's impressive.
Yeah, then my page blew up, but then I got censored because I started posting election shit around the time.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
And I just deleted that fucking page.
I thought you were going to say you got posting the N-word. I was like, yep, I'll get you.
Well, that's a callback, right? I'll write that shit down. That was a callback to a callback.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, yeah, TikTok will, they're high up on the censorship.
They are, huh?
Yeah. Like, I posted a joke today that talked about religion, and I think they got, like, banned. Shadow banned. Or it just wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I struggle with, like, is it a shadow ban or was it just not that good?
Yeah. It's a shadow ban. I'll go fun.
Sometimes I go there, sometimes I'm like, yeah, it probably just wasn't that good. Because I'm at a point where I'm just like posting so much to just, because consistency is one of the things for the algorithm, you know?
Do you hate seeing yourself like in a video?
Nah, I don't care.
I want to throw up every time I see myself.
Really?
Yeah. I'll post something. Oh, this is fire. And as soon as I post it, oh, fuck, I don't want to fucking
really?
See that shit. Yeah. I hate listening to my voice.
I don't mind, but I also have been seeing it for so long that I'm used to it now.
Yeah.
Like, when I first started posting, it would feel like similar as bombing when a video wouldn't do well.
Okay.
So, like, if it didn't, like, something I worked so hard and I was like, this is going to pop off, and then it just ate shit on the line, I would feel the same, and I'd feel like just really like insecure and weird about it.
Yeah. Usually for my videos, like if they're not doing well, I just accept that one sucked.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll fix what I thought messed it up and try to repost way later, and sometimes that works.
Do you like answer back to comments and do all this shit?
A lot of them I do. Yeah. I find that it helps, man, with engagement, with growth, with, like, sometimes if people aren't following me and I comment back, they'll follow me and, like, become a fan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I engage with, like, the positive ones.
Right on.
I try not to get wrapped up with the negative ones.
Yeah. I remember I posted my first ever interview that I did with this kid named Christian Sanchez. He got a Purple Heart from when Biden withdrew all the troops from Afghanistan and the 13 service members. He was standing, like, shoulder to shoulder with some of the Marines that passed away and shit, right?
Wow.
So he was my client. Wow. And like he got into, so like the Pentagon said that the Marines so there was a firefight that happened right after that explosion that happened, right? Yeah. But then
wait, a firefight where?
After that suicide bombing?
Where?
In Kabul airport.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So that killed.
There was a firefight?
There's a firefight.
I didn't know
apparently.
That.
There's a firefight, and then Sanchez, my client, he was one of the Marines he took no shrapnel, no ball bearings or nothing. He just got pushed to the ground from the explosion. And then
he got a Purple Heart? Where you go scrape his elbow and he got a Purple Heart? Kid gets free college because he fell over from a little back blast?
He got shot in the firefight.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so
not good, but like I want to see the benefits going.
Yeah, so he's like coming to, and then he sees like flashing coming from like a building. He starts hearing snaps.
Dang.
So there's shooters picking off the Marines that are like,
wow.
So he grabs his buddy's rifle who passed away, and he just starts shooting, just out of instinct. And he killed the dude.
He did?
Yeah. And then a couple months later, Pentagon released a report saying that all the Marines who like witnessed a shooter and this and that made it up because they were like concussed.
Wow.
Yeah. So then my wife, she works at Wounded Warrior.
Yeah.
And him and his voice checked into Wounded Warrior around that time. And then I found out who he was. I got his Instagram and I started cutting his hair.
Yeah.
And then that's how
it feels like a little plan. Started cutting his hair. Then he got comfortable. Then I pulled out the cameras. Got his story.
Say that again, bro. But long story short, like he was about to get out the Marine Corps, and I was like, "Yo, you should hit up this dude, Urban Valor TV in Costa Mesa. Okay, I know the guy. I could connect you."
What is it? Urban Valor TV?
Yeah,
Urban Valor TV. Another channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's because I was featured on his thing.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Nah, like, I don't even know the guy. Why don't you record it?" I'm like, "All right, cool." So that was like my first ever fucking interview.
Yeah.
But I forgot who the fuck I was talking about.
That's
But like the people talking shit about him, like super liberal people.
Of course.
The negative comments.
Yeah, they don't.
I had this whole wave of just like super proud Americans just talking shit to them for 9 months straight. I felt so bad for those people. Just notifications, you piece of shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's wild, man. I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle. I get both sides. You know what I mean? Like I can see their side. You won't ever see me commenting on any of that stuff, but like,
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, why did they? So it seems something shady about it that they're saying that they weren't really being shot at.
Yeah, fucking because they were just trying to cover up as much as they could about that whole withdrawal.
Yeah.
And then they reopened that investigation in September.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started interviewing a bunch of Marines who got injured in that blast.
Yeah.
And part of the reason because that video that I did just went fucking so viral.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like...
That's cool, man. That's rewarding.
Who the fuck is this kid? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I posted 3 more interviews with 3 other witnesses to that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like hard for them to deny like these fucking Marines because they're all over social media.
The power of the internet, man.
Yeah. And now I got you here.
I was denying that piss test I took in 08. Wasn't me.
All right. You joined in 2006. You went to boot camp. Did you graduate like a squad leader or guide?
No, I was a turd, dude. I got PFC right out of the gate because I got 2 people to join.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got out as a terminal lance. Dude, you should have seen my sleeves. I had like gunny rolls, the lowest boot blouses.
Fuck yeah.
I used to have a low reg, and then I got in trouble and got like kicked out of snipers, so I had to go to CAT. And they were trying to make me...
Well, hold on. You can't just fast forward like that. Why'd you get that of snipers?
Because when I was with MARSOC, I knew like one of the main supply guys, and he was stealing gear and selling it to me and the rest of the snipers. And he got caught and threw my name in. And like, even though I wasn't like making money off of it, I was just trying to hook up this we all had badass gear when we deployed. Because like we didn't have SOCOM budget. You know, we had
I know.
Yeah. So. And then, like 2 months in deployment, I got kicked out of snipers because of that NJP, and like had to go do straight shit work, like fill sandbags, do post, the worst, bro.
So did you get NJP'd in country?
And then they tried telling me when we get back, I could try out again for snipers, and like my pride was too big to try back out.
How was sniper school?
It was.
Did you really have allergies?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I take Flonase every day.
I saw that bit. I'm like, I gotta ask him.
Yeah. So I was like one of the best guys that tried out for snipers, and like I got to go to pre-sniper school, and I was one of 2 guys to graduate out of 6. I got highest stalker, which is like when you're sneaking up on the instructors. And then I got to go to Scout Sniper Basic course when I was at Pendleton. And I got to go before like dudes that had been in the platoon for a long time and deployed because like, but I was arrogant and I did not make it through sniper school. But like I still went back. A lot of people don't even get to go to sniper school. Yeah. But there's pigs and hogs. Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar.
Yeah. One of them is when you kill another sniper, right?
No,
or have a kill or some
shit. That's like the old school way, but like pig is professionally instructed gunman.
Okay,
hog is hunter of gunmen.
It's like a boot and a senior.
No, it's just somebody that graduated sniper school. So once you get your hog's tooth, you're a hog, and you get your hog's tooth at the end of sniper school.
What is a hog's tooth?
Hog's tooth, which is just a 7.62.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. High-powered boat tail round.
Okay.
On a necklace, it's on 550 cord. And that's a hog's tooth.
Okay.
And so once you get that, you're a hog.
And then when you become a pig, that's just what, like a couple years.
A pig is when you pass the induct and you're in the sniper platoon. And there's tons of people that train and operate as snipers, even get kills in country that never had gotten the chance to go to sniper school. It's only like a select few that even get the opportunity to go, and then even fewer that pass.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah.
So, and then you deployed. Was that your only deployment?
Iraq in 2008. Yeah.
Okay. And where'd you go over there?
All over, like Hit, Kubesa, Haqlaniyah, Haditha Dam. Because I was with snipers for
Haditha is where they those one Marines shot up that one place, right? They made like a movie out of it.
Really?
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's where I got. I shot up the place with my semen.
Oh, so that story is true.
Oh, the interpreter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hell yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, so.
Was she hot?
She was hot.
Yeah?
Even outside Iraq.
So, like, what? So, like,
my buddy,
as soon as you saw her, you just like, yeah, I'm fucking.
Oh, I was flirting and stuff. Yeah, as soon as I saw her. And then, like, we had a thing, and then, like, I got off post at, like, 6 a.m., and I went in her hooch, and just, like, and she wanted to have sex, but there were no condoms. And then that was the only time I hooked up with her, and then I was like, and I would try, and she was kind of weird. I was like, that's weird. And then later I found out one of my buddies was hooking up with her full on, and he was married, and he was just banging her without a rubber.
No way.
And then later she sees me in 29 Palms at like the base hospital and messages me on Facebook, and she's like, oh yeah, I ended up getting married with a Marine, and now I live here. And so she was just looking for her way out of there.
She was like a native to.
She was from
Iraq.
Babylon, Iraq. Yeah.
And then she married a Marine and then moved over here.
She worked as an interpreter.
Okay.
And was at Cop Haditha when I was there. And she ended up, like, after we left, hooking up and, like, I think either getting impregnated by a Marine or marrying a Marine, and now she's here. Yeah. I
mean, I respect the hustle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good for her.
Dude, if I had a vagina and was born in Iraq, I would be here too.
Immediately, I'll throw that shit around.
Taking me to the States. Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? And I'll take anybody. I want out of here. Dude, you got a TV to see what the States are like?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did you ever deploy?
No, never.
Good,
6 years in reserve and just did drill.
Good, man.
Went to Spain for 2 weeks.
That's
cool.
That's sick. I love Spain. I've been there twice.
Yeah?
I'm going again this summer.
Oh, nice. Did you go while you were in the Marines or no?
No. One of my best buddies is from Spain, and his family still has a place out there, and I go out there with them.
Have you been to Sevilla?
No, but I've been to Ibiza. I go to Ibiza every time I go.
Oh, okay.
But I go I don't party. I go on the full
you ever take a pill
experience.
in Ibiza?
Nah. An allergy pill.
A Claritin.
Yeah, that Claritin D, son. No, I don't. Yeah, I got all the partying out of me. The hardest I partied was when I was in the Marines. I didn't even party that hard I partied when I went to college, but nothing like the Marines. The Marines was the gateway drug, dude.
Yeah, right. So you did 4 years, or you were here for a little bit, and then you went to 29 Palms.
29 Palms. That was a 3-4 Sniper Platoon. Deployed with them in 2008. And then, I got out in 2010.
And anybody in your platoon, was killed during that deployment or no? Or hurt or ID or some shit?
In my unit, there was a couple of people killed, but not from my platoon, thankfully.
Okay. Did you know those guys or no?
I knew who they were, but I weren't close with them. Okay. And then the next deployment that I didn't have to go on, thankfully, one of my buddies, unfortunately, got killed.
In Afghanistan? Or
Afghanistan, yeah.
Was it like Sangin or something like that? Because I remember Sangin was pretty bad around that time.
I don't think it was Sangin when they went. It was...
Marshall?
No. I'll know it if I hear it. Do you know any others?
It's like Helmand Province.
I think Helmand Province.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it just like ID or something?
The guy in front of him stepped on a pressure plate, and he was under the explosives. And
oh fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Not good.
And wait, how'd you know him?
He was in my platoon. In fact, I think that would have been me if I would have gone over there, because he only got out of the truck because there was no there was no dismount person, and I was going to be the dismount team leader in that truck.
Oh shit. So you would have been involved in that whole thing.
Yeah.
God damn.
I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, I don't know, lucky and like maybe he had accomplished everything he needed. I don't know.
Yeah. How old was your buddy?
He was in. I mean, we were all young. I think he was the same age, like 22. He was young. Yeah, 21.
Time flies, huh? Fucking.
Yeah, I know, dude. When I think about it, I'm like, damn, that was
a
how
while
long
ago?
ago? Yeah, 14 years ago.
Yeah, that's a minute ago.
Yeah, I have a joke with my girlfriend because we have like an age gap.
Yeah.
And we have a running joke of how like she probably used to write me letters when I was overseas. Like, dear Mr. Bedouin, thank you for fighting for our freedoms. I got like, damn,
you're my hero.
Yeah, that's a good turkey hand. That's my soulmate. That got me through Iraq.
Oh yeah. All right. So then you got out 2010.
Yep. And then
like summertime.
Yeah, June 2010, and I went to college. I got my dog. I flew to Oklahoma. I think I got another
dog, like a service dog.
I mean, I ended up making him a service dog. Yeah.
Oh, so he wasn't even supposed to be a service dog.
I mean, like, I had the disabilities, and like I just trained him myself.
Oh, okay.
And I studied psychology when I was in college, so I felt he was one of the best trained dogs.
Yeah. Ever. What kind of dog was he?
He was a boxer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yesterday was 1 year since I had to put him down.
Oh, because he was just too old, or.
Yeah, he's almost like 13, which is ancient for a boxer.
Oh,
so he had like this condition in his back.
Yeah.
He started like losing his ability for his brain to communicate with his back legs.
Okay. You have another dog or no?
Not yet, man. Yeah, a few. He was like in a wheelchair and disabled towards the end, so
yeah,
he really was. But
he was a disabled veteran.
He was, dude. I got my handicap placard because of him, dude. But so towards the end, it took a lot of my like time and energy. So I've just been like focusing on my career and knocking stuff out. And
yeah,
I have a few career goals to hit before.
Yeah. So when you got out, you said June 2010.
Yeah.
So around that time, that's when I met my buddy, and I met his recruiter, June 2010, and then I shipped out to boot camp July 2010.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
So you went in 2000 when I was getting out.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember
How old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay.
Going on 34.
Okay.
Yeah, so I joined like 2 years after high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, dude. And,
did you use the GI Bill?
For barber school, but like I was in the reserve and I never had any active duty time.
Use it.
Well, I did, but it was like $300 a month.
Oh, because you don't.
Yeah.
Ah, that sucks.
That's good. So I'm pretty much.
Do you have any disabilities?
I got 20%, and I got I got a phone call tomorrow actually
for Voc Rehab VRE.
What the fuck?
Try to get into VRE.
What is that?
If you can. That's gonna. So it's like it's benefits for college, but it's geared towards employment. So if you wanted to go to school and they would pay, as long as you had at least a day left of your GI Bill, they would pay what they usually pay, which is sergeants, BAH with dependents.
All right. Yeah, I think I know what that is. No, with the I got a phone call with a doctor tomorrow for VA and shit. So I got 20% for my shoulder because I dislocated that shit in boot camp.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to get some more like fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, get what you deserve, man.
Yeah. Are you at 100?
I'm at a high percentage.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, I had a skin condition that came out when I was in.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, which is how I got my no haircut shit.
Oh, yeah?
So I had no haircut. I had a beard. I don't think I have my ID.
Fucking shitbag.
Oh, yeah. And, bro, first sergeants would come up and be like, "Hi, Marine, get the fuck over here." And I just walk over, gunny sleeves. Bro, boot bosses, "What the fuck is that?" I'd be like, "Oh, I have a chick."
Is rolled like a scroll?
No, it's just folded in my head. Yeah. And I fucking pixie dust out of there when I'm done. I'm the shitbag Marine Ferry. Later, said first sergeant.
And then after the Marine Corps, you went straight to Pepperdine?
No, I went to OCC in Costa Mesa for a year.
Oh, okay.
Then I went to SMC in Santa Monica for a year. And then I transferred to UCLA for undergrad. And I got my degree at UCLA. And then I transferred to Pepperdine for grad school and got my master's degree at Pepperdine.
Oh, you got a master's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sick.
Yep.
That's fucking badass. How long? So that's what, like 5 years of school or something like that?
Yeah, I probably could have done it in 5, but I milked it out to 7. So
hell yeah. That's the year I went homeless.
2017? Oh no, what happened? I told you, dude, don't say the N-word, bro.
Nah, fucking that's when I get out around that time, 2016, and then my wife got out too. She also served.
Oh really?
Cool, yeah, and then the transition.
What branch?
Marine Corps.
Oh,
that's
dang.
how we met in MCT.
Really?
Information.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God.
See, bro, that's some pogue bullshit. That's not, yeah. My formation, all dudes, as far as the eye can see. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, we met in formation, like the first formation.
Dude. That could be like a funny sitcom.
You think I should write that as a bit?
Yeah.
Because every time I tell that story,
it would be very
for veterans.
You could make it relatable, like civilians aren't snipers, but they still laugh at the sniper bit because it's funny.
Yeah.
The juxtaposition of a sniper having allergies.
Yeah.
And then the interpreter. Like
that's more relatable.
You can make it relatable. You can make almost anything relatable, in my opinion.
Because every time I tell that story, just like how it is to a veteran, they always fucking laugh.
Yeah.
We met in formation.
Because it's not how most veterans speak of formation.
Yeah.
It's like, we gotta go about formation. It's just you and your boys.
In MCT, like some boot ass shit.
And then I asked her out to the chow hall.
Yeah, like I offered her my gloves.
Oh, wow.
The green gloves that say USMC.
Wow.
Because it was cold. I'm like, hey, you want to hold my gloves?
Wow, gentleman. I would have let her put her hands in my pocket.
Yeah, right? Play some pocket pool.
Because you couldn't do that. That's funny, dude. That's cool, man. How long you guys been? So you guys been together a long time.
This November will be 13 years married.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Congratulations, man. Yeah. That's a long time.
Yeah, we almost we split up for a little bit, like the halfway, like 6 years. And now I feel like a lot of that is because transitioning out the military and being not financially stable and just being a little bit fucked up in the head and shit. And
yeah, man. They don't prepare us back for the real world well enough. They really don't. It's one of my biggest complaints, man. I had to read a lot of self-improvement books to get the head on my shoulders and a lot of meditation and find a lot of resources to help me get to where I am.
Yeah.
And most guys don't have that capacity. And like, we're not, you go from being in a culture where you're yelling at each other, screaming.
Exactly. And that's normal.
Try to take that to people will just ostracise you. So of course, like you have these veterans that are extremely lonely and like depression and like killing themselves. It's because they're not integrating back into society well enough.
Yeah. It's like living on base now. Like, I just feel like it's a whole different fucking world.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's a different world living compared to living out here.
Oh, yeah.
Back then, I didn't really know the difference.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, this is like two different realities.
Oh, yeah.
There's no homeless people on base. At all. That's fucking crazy.
Kick them out.
Yeah. Immediately. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. There shouldn't be homeless people anywhere, man, in my opinion. You go to like most developed countries, you don't see homeless people like you do here.
Yeah.
You go to Spain, how many homeless people
do you see homeless people in Iraq?
No.
No?
I mean, they all looked homeless to me. Especially after we were done with that place. No, they used to not be.
Bunch of brakes moving. That was my home.
Yeah. Like a sandcastle just blown away.
Like, you want a beer?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though. Motherfucker trying to get me to distinguish from people in Iraq. Like, yo, you're one of those bougie Iraqis, huh?
Oh, shit. I'm gonna make a reel out of that one. I got a bit for you.
Oh, yeah?
That's a new bit.
Yeah. That is funny, man. I never thought about that. Homeless people in Iraq. Yo.
I'm fucking crying, dude. Fuck. So what are you talking about? Dude, I had a fucked up ass thought the other day. Like, I went to my son's school. He had like a science project. I had to check into the office, and like in the office there was like these projects from other fifth graders, and they cut out like a picture of their head and drew like a body underneath, like, so it'd be like a big head of their face and it'd be like a cartoon body.
Okay.
And then one of them was like, my wife's like, hey, look at that, he's on a skateboard. And I'm like, oh shit, you know, he's on a skateboard. And this one over here, I'm like, oh, she's in a wheelchair. And then some lady behind me was like, cause she's actually in a wheelchair. And I was like, fuck, dude, I fucking feel like a piece of shit right now.
Oh, you thought it was just like cartoon people?
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
But I had this thought. Like,
was the lady in the wheelchair behind you? Because that would have made it worse. That's me, motherfucker.
But like, what would be faster? Like a kid who just started skateboarding or somebody who's been in a wheelchair the whole life?
Probably in a wheelchair their whole life.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Unless
because they mastered it. They probably got some strong forearms.
Yeah. That would suck. But yeah. I would want electric for sure.
Save some gas.
Yeah, and also just like, man, just whew.
Yeah.
We're fortunate, man.
All right, so you went to Pepperdine, and then is that around the time you started stand-up?
When I graduated, it was around the time I started stand-up, yeah, because I graduated in 2017 from that school, and that's the May 2017 is when I first did stand-up.
Okay.
And then I didn't do stand-up.
Where was it? Right here in LA?
No, I was at a wine bar in Long Beach. The first time I ever and I had never done an open mic. I had never done anything, and the producer of the show didn't know that. He just thought I did stand-up. And he puts me on, it gives me 15 minutes.
What, you signed up though?
No, it wasn't a signed up. It was like an actual show. So it wasn't a mic. Like I just knew this guy, and I had wanted to try, and I had written down all the stuff that had made people laugh at parties or dinners or whatever. And I just took a couple, like it was one of the only times I've only had alcohol and done stand-up twice. And it was one of those times. That was one of the times.
Okay.
Because I treated it like a real job. Like, sober. And I had a few shots, and I went up, and I did really well I did well. People couldn't believe it was my first time. And then like,
do you remember any of your jokes from that?
Yeah, they were all ridiculous.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can I hear one?
It was like, how if you could suck your own dick, you would. And like, where do you draw the line? Would you blast off in your mouth, or would you throw it over your shoulder like a salt shaker?
That's a good one.
And then like, yeah, we've all tried it. I was like, that's where this sign comes from, because that's how far you can get to it. It's like, just hang loose, dude. You're almost there.
Hell yeah.
That's the only one I can remember from then. But yeah, I was, I did that, and I did well. Yeah, I didn't have the worst set on the show.
Do you remember how many minutes that set was?
Yeah, so it was supposed to be 15 minutes. And
Jesus Christ.
I did about 7.5 minutes, and I was like, that's my time. Yeah. And the producer's like, no, that's not your time. I was like, that's my time. And I got off, and yeah, dude. And then it was months before I had done stand-up again. And then I did some open mics, and then had that show at the Comedy Store and Crush. And then, I bombed at the open mics, pretty much all of them leading up to the Comedy Store. So I was shitting my pants because I didn't know that open mics are way harder to do well than a show.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because it's just comics. It's like 8 or 9 other comics. A lot of them half of them have been doing comedy long enough to where, like, if you're not applying all the elements of a good comedian, you're not going to get them to laugh. You have to be present.
So you gotta like follow up. You gotta follow after somebody who just crushed.
Yeah, not only that, but like you don't know how to do comedy yet. Like you're in your head about your jokes, you're trying to remember, and like stuff that works when there's a bunch of people and you're able to get away with a lot more than when it's a smaller, intimate room anyways. And then you add comics to the mix. Half of them are on their phone. Almost all of them are going to know immediately how new you are by your jokes, your delivery, like everything.
Oh.
And like as a comic, it's harder to make you laugh than, especially with stand-up.
Yeah.
Because like I live and breathe comedy. Like I'm at the comedy clubs every week. Like I watch stand-up all the time. So open mics are hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're tough. They're the trenches.
Yeah. Okay.
But necessary, man. It's like,
yeah. So if you could go back to like, earlier Bryson Banks.
Yeah.
What advice would you give that Bryson Banks for starting off at like
in stand up?
In open mics. Just to not bomb.
That's not possible. You have to. You will bomb. Yeah, everyone bombs.
Yeah,
everyone bombs. It does stand up. Everyone bombs, and
yeah,
I'll still have sets where what I consider a bomb.
Yeah,
I mean, like someone else would be like, "Oh, you did well," but like I know what I'm capable of. Yeah. So now a bomb is a new level, but like it's still a bomb to me, and like yeah. But yeah, dude, it's a craft, and I'm sure it's a lot like when you gave your first fucked up haircut. You're like, oh, dude. Oh yeah. Especially if they noticed it too. They're like, what? Yo, what the fuck?
And they let the bad Yelp review.
Yeah, 0
what
stars in my ear, dude. So Vincent Van Gogh.
The owner's like, who the fuck cut this guy's hair?
Yeah.
This is that guy.
Yeah, dude. So I don't know, man. There's no. I would just say. Just
go for it.
Just keep doing it, man. Like consistency, same things as jiu-jitsu. Patience, consistency, action. You got to be patient. It's not going to come quickly. Even if you're funny as a person, like consistency, you have to put in, like there was a time before the pandemic, I was doing 10 open mics a week. I was doing 2 a day, Monday through Friday. And I was paying $5 an open mic. So I was paying $50 a week to do stand-up. I was paying $200 a month to do stand-up comedy, to just practice with no guaranteed nothing. You have
how many open mics a week was that?
I was doing 10 a week.
10 a week? Jesus.
Yeah.
10 a week, so like 2 a day?
I used to keep track of all my shows.
That's crazy.
I don't anymore. But like I still have the old list, and you can just see like shows in 2022. So that was 2021. I did 158 open mics.
Wow.
In 2020,
158 open mics?
Yeah. In 2020, I did 139, but that was during the pandemic, and I still did 139 open mics. And that was, if you look, I had already hit 125 by March. So I was on track to do like over 500 mics.
Yeah.
But the pandemic happened. Was
it at the same place?
No, I'd switch it up, but I had a favorite place called Fourth Wall.
Okay.
Yeah, I love
Were you single too?
Yeah, I was dating, but yeah, I was single.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
single. That makes it a lot easier, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got 2 kids and wife and shit, and they're like, why the fuck are you not here right now?
That's true, man. That's tough.
But
you can do this. However, how often are you doing this?
Once every 2 weeks or something like that, like twice a month at least.
Yeah. So I mean, I bet you could do something similar. Like, hey, can I every Monday or every Wednesday can I go to an open mic for a couple hours?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's got to be some give and take there.
Yeah.
It is tougher though in that scenario. And like, if my girlfriend would have seen me when I first started, I don't know if, because she wouldn't believe in me the way she believes in me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And like supports me the way she supports me and loves me is like.
How'd you guys meet?
On Bumble.
Okay.
Yeah, Bumble, man. And like, it's everything to me. But like, if she had seen me in the beginning stages, she would have like, just doing that. You know what I mean? Because like, you're not. I mean, there's some rough shows.
Yeah.
There's some rough shows. There's some rough mics. Like, it's just part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, because I want to sign up for one.
Do it, dude.
For sure.
Just, I mean, for fun, if anything, just do it.
Yeah.
But remember that open mic is 10 times harder than a show. And like, to be easy on yourself, because, dude, my first open mic, I have the voice thing. Like, the cord fell out of the thing. Like, I was nervous. I plugged my bringer show, which are kind of the shows you have to do in the beginning, where like a producer will give you stage time, but you're supposed to bring people out. So that's kind of like your way to get more shows in the beginning. Okay. Which I was good at. So like, that helped me get more shows. Yeah. There's only a few ways you can get shows in a city like LA, and being able to get people out is one of them, and being well connected is probably the other. Yeah. But like, and being able to get people out will translate to producing your own shows. Producing your own shows can translate to more spots too, because I can put all my friends on that also produce shows that gives me more stage time. Okay. Nice. So what is your goal as a comedian? To be one of the greatest comedians that ever lived. Yeah. Of our generation. Hell yeah. Yeah. I'm a ways away from that goal. But that's like the end goal, Oh, you called it here, so. Yeah. Well, I called what? You called it that you're going to be one of the greatest. So. Oh, yeah, man. That's been on that's what I work so hard for. Like, I'm doing the work, so unless something happens, I'm gonna get there. I want to be that, but for barbering. Yeah. Like, so eventually I want to open up like a barber shop. Well, I'm using this to like get my name out there, so when I open up a shop, Marines are like, oh shit, this is fucking the Barracks barber shop or the Bricks or whatever. The old Barracks cut, dude. Yeah, and then I kind of want to have like, you know how Marines have stories that everyone can relate to when they join the Marine Corps? Of course. I want one of those stories to be like, if you were stationed at Camp Pendleton, you got your haircut at my barbershop. Yeah. You know, then, you know, it's just like I don't know. That's great. Everybody knows the Barracks barber. Hell yeah. Did you break it down into smaller goals and implement timelines and deadlines for yourself? Yeah. So so after we were homeless in 2017, we moved back to Both of you were homeless? Yeah, and my 4-year-old son. Jesus. Yeah. That's like, awful. Yeah. How did you make that work? And like how God, that must have been so painful. Dude, I'm super traumatized from that shit. Yeah. For sure. Cuz like I usually like choke up when I talk about that story. Yeah. You know? So I kind of feel like I'm probably traumatized from that